Okay, in the workshop today, finally we got some more great weather. It's going to play one more good sunshiny day, I think, before we're going to get about 4 days of rain. Finally, the wood dried. It took 3 or 4 days for that to cure enough for me to be able to drill into it. So we mounted the wood with some decorative screws. Had to re-drill and true the holes up for the steering, for the marine radio, and the unit on the left right here. That is a GPS speedometer tracking engine RPM, outside temperature. It's a nice little unit. All the new boats have the GPS on it, so I thought I'd give it a shot. If it doesn't work to the customer's liking, we can always go to some of the retro style or the antique style knot meter. But I wanted to get a little update on this. We got the horn in, cleats are on. It's a mess in here. It's all hardware now, so we're doing pretty good. Got the battery in and the battery switch. The battery charger is built in the box. There's a plug coming that all the client will have to do is just plug his extension cord into this, and it'll keep the battery up. The lights on, cleats are in. It's gonna go pretty quick from here. This was what I was worried about the most, was getting this wood cut. That's about as straight I can get. I heard a little cracking sound tightening the problem is behind this cover there's a bracket that mounts to the dash, and then the steering bolts through the bracket, so everything had to go through the wood. So I had to stress relief the wood so we don't break it, which meant I had to get all the screws in and get it as flush as I could, and then snug those bolts down. So it looks good. Steering wheel is going to go on. I'm really happy with it. It's not perfect, but it's very acceptable. Really like the look of it. Not a big wood person on the dash, but people like the wood. I've had a lot of people comment about wanting wood on the dash, and it's interesting because they never had any wood on them in the dashes. These things are fiberglass to the max, man. They were built just to beat up and throw away, I think. But anyway, here we are. It's a little update. We got the power and ground cable in, so we're running power and ground all the way up to the fuse box, which is going to be a little fuse box right there. And the reason I'm putting the fuse box up here is because this old guys can't crawl underneath these dashes where these fuse boxes were. And when the seats are in, it's going to be really tough for somebody to crawl under the dash. So I don't want anything under the dash. It's just easier if everything's out here to deal with. But it's going to look nice. I think I'm going to do a piece of wood over there as well. Debating whether we're going to install. Client provided us with one of those voltmeter 12 volt plug USB charge. I'm debating on whether I'm going to put that in there, because this unit in the middle has a USB phone charger, so I might add one more somewhere for them. But I think I'm just going to mount it under the dash. I hate to drill any more holes in the dash just for that, but I might put one over there. We'll see how that goes over there. I'm going to make a nice piece of wood over there. We're going to stain it up like that and put some clear on it, and the fuse box will be over there, and maybe I'll put that kit in there. Not going to be that much more work, just because the fuse box will be there and all the wiring's there. So this will shorten up all the wiring to the horn and the lights, and shorten the wiring from the radios. The marine radio is going to be mounted right underneath here. We're going to get that underneath there today so we can see what it looks like. And man, it looks cool. I think it's going to be really nice. So decided to go with the power and ground wire. Client provided some really nice cables, but I had this stuff and I really like the quality of it, and it's flexible, and I really needed the flexibility, so it's all good. We have it wired up. We're going to have a fuse back here for it. So this fuse here, before I get a bunch of flack from folks, where is it? This is the fuse right here. That's going to get mounted right in there. So there'll be that's going to have a 40 amp fuse in it, but we'll probably drop a 20 amp in it. Don't need that much up here. None of this stuff is, although the radio, the marine radio, might put out some amperage on when you're transmitting. So we'll probably leave the 40 in it, and but I can always step down. So I'll have 40 going to the box, and then I'm going to have, you know, each individual, the horn, the lights, and the radio and everything separately on a fuse panel. So if you blow something, you don't blow the whole boat. And when you're done, you just flip the switch and kill everything. Because in this one, that has a mercury box on it. So the key on and crank and go. I could wire that in key on from back here with a key on with a relay that when the key's on, it closes the relay and feeds this. But I think I'm just going to leave it separate. I like to try to keep things a little bit separate on some kind of networking if I can. I like to keep the engine separate so you can run it. That way the engine is going to run even if you kill that switch. Is it going to kill? No, if you kill the switch, you kill the ground, so you kill everything. So that's why we'll protect it with a fuse. So if you pop that 40 amp back there, that's back here. Can't see the light very well. So if you pop that 40 amp, you just lose everything up front. You don't lose the motor. So that's kind of the idea. So I've toyed around with a lot of electrical ideas, but I'm just going to keep it simple. You can make it too complicated and get the cost too high. So this is that all the wiring in the boats are trash. So the first thing I do is I just gut the wiring completely. Just gut it, throw it in the garbage. I just start over. It's super simple. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how this GPS unit works. It had good reviews, except for that it wasn't bright enough, but we'll see. We can work around that, and if it doesn't work out, we can pull that out because that's a standard hole, so we can put anything we want in there. So okay, let's get that steering wheel cleaned up, and I'm going to look for the emblem, and we're going to go from there.